Good morning and welcome back to We Are Austin. Thanks for hanging out with us today. You know, there is no need to go into debt to say I do. I say amen to that. Elope in Austin is all about saving couples on time, money, and stress. And they also deliver memory-making weddings. Owner Lorelei Starbuck is here to tell us how this wonderful group creates low-cost, happily ever afters. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
I'm a big fan of Elope in Austin. I follow you guys on Instagram, so I'm liking your stuff all the time. And something really interesting that you and I were chatting about earlier, millennials in particular are really changing kind of the wedding industry. How have you seen that?
Well, the millennials are more interested in the experience of their wedding and those sacred photos. They are all about getting those photos instantly and out to their friends and family via Instagram and Facebook and all of that.
That's right.
But they're also changing the landscape because they're not wanting to spend $30,000, $40,000 on the biggest party of their life.
Right.
They're wanting to have a personal, more intimate experience, and then spend the money they're going to save on that killer honeymoon, or put money down on a house.
Smart things. I love that so much. So, how did you come up with this concept? And tell us a little bit about a micro wedding. So, this is what you specialize in. What does that look like?
Right. Well, a micro wedding, by its very nature, is a smaller, intimate affair with maybe 30 or 40 of your closest and dearest friends. Most of our couples keep it to under 30. It's a personal statement of who you and your partner are and how you want to share the most important day of your life with the most important people of your life.
Yes.
Now, of course, there's still millennials doing the big weddings with 150, 200 people.
It happens.
And that's fine, but really, how many of those 200 people do you know?
Yes.
And who you're going to look back in 20 years and look at the photos and go, oh, I remember her.
Right.
I remember him. So our millennial generation is really not wanting to go into their new marriage with a big debt.
I think that is so smart. It is your day after all, and you should do what you want. And that's what you specialize in. What's great about this too is what you do is really rare. There aren't a lot of folks doing this kind of service. Tell us how rare this is.
You know, we are an odd duck, basically. When we first started about 7 years ago, nobody in Austin even understood what we were doing. I was an officiant and going to the big, beautiful venues and marrying people, and over again I heard couples say, if we could just have a venue where we could just go and have our family and friends. And of course, my experience in the wedding business with Las Vegas Wedding Chapel that I owned really taught me that there is a market there, but it needs to be more upscale, needs to be more elegant, more creative, and the couple needs to have a real important part in it. So I saw this happening all over, and I just said, you know what? Austin, here we come. Let's get this done. And, we have doubled business every year since we've been around.
I can only imagine. I'm sure this is something people have been really hungry for. Tell me a couple of fun examples of what a micro wedding looks like. I know you and I were chatting earlier. There's some really fun examples of how people have really thought outside the box with you.
Exactly. Well, we have this thing called a pop-up wedding, which is really kind of fun. It's kind of like a flash mob type of thing.
Cool.
A couple can say, hey, I want to pop up a wedding at Mount Bunnell or in my backyard or in front of a mural in Austin.
What a great idea.
And so we always say if our client can dream it up, we can create it. We can produce it for you. I mean, we've had some fun experiences.
Have you? I bet you have.
We had one couple that wanted to get married at Hippie Hollow. And of course, Hippie Hollow encourages birthday suit attire.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Right? So although our minister and officiant and photographer and the couple ended up having clothes on, we did have some great photos of people in their birthday suits running by. So it was really fun.
Oh my goodness, that is so great. And it just goes to show if you can dream it up, you guys can make it happen.
That's right.
I know you were telling us about a great one where you hop in a limo with your photographer and all your friends. You get married in front of the hi, how are you mural.
Exactly. We do that a lot. It's called Love in a Limo. We pick the couple up and 8 or 10 of their friends, the photographers in the limo. They choose a location where they want to get married. So if they want to do it in front of the I Love You So Much at Joe's Coffee Shop, the limo takes them there. The officiant meets them, marries them. They hop back in the limo. They can do a brewery tour, a wine tour. They can do a bar tour of Austin. And then we drop them back off at the hotel. And it's really an Austin. It's so Austin.
It's so wonderful. Lorelei, what a great service you're providing, especially making sure that couples are setting off on this new chapter in their life on the right foot, not going into debt, having great memories to carry through. What a great thing you're providing. That's wonderful.
Thank you.
If I'm at home and I'm watching, which I really want to either get married or renew my vows or
That's right.
contact you immediately, how can
Yeah.
we find you and how can we plan on one of these weddings?
Well, you can always go on our website, elopeinaustin.com. You can call us, chat with us, text with us, you name it, we offer it. And the very first person you're going to talk to is our wedding planner, and she's going to walk you through every step of the way. And then your day, you show up, you say I do, and we do all the rest.
And that's that.
Yeah, it's
Well,
it. That's simple.
I love it. When I renew my vows with my husband,
You'd
I'm
better.
calling you.
I'm going to call you and make sure.
I love it. Thank you, Lorelei, for
You
being
are
here.
so
We
welcome. Thank
appreciate
you for
it.
having
It's fun
me.
learning about